Well, that was my high school sweetheart, and it hurt so bad.
For Brittany Jacobs, there are no words that will ease her pain after losing the love of her life and the father of her children outside this Florida convenience store. Her boyfriend, 28-year-old Markeis McGlockton, was shot and killed by this man, who says he fired his gun in self-defense.
What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Jail!
The shooting has lit up the streets.
The confrontation between the two men turned into a shooting.
Stand your ground, it's got to go!
Testing the stand your ground law.
And poured gas on the fiery debate over controversial stand your ground laws.
Justice! Now!
It's around 3:30, so that's a busy time, people getting off of work.
Jacobs says she and her boyfriend needed something at the convenience store Thursday afternoon. The store's security cameras were recording it all.
I'm going with the first parking space around this time, which was a handicapped parking spot. My man Markeis gets out, and my son Markeis Jr. get out, and they go in the store. I'm sitting in the car with a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old.
After about 20 minutes, she says she sees a silver Jeep pull around, and then this man, Michael Drejka, steps out and walks around her car.
I'm feeling scared around this time because I don't know this man. He goes to the front of my car. He's saying that I'm parked in a handicapped spot, which I'm clearly very aware of.
They start exchanging words. It gets angry.
This man is now yelling at me and telling me to move my effing car. Markeis comes out, pushes the man and telling him to get away from his girl. Markeis steps back because now Markeis is endangered.
The man he just pushed pulls a gun from his pocket, and in a flash, he pulls the trigger.
Everybody by this time is panicking.
Her boyfriend stumbles back into the store. Their 5-year-old son is watching his father die. Markeis McGlockton is pronounced dead at the hospital.
It's a memory that's always going to be with my 5-year-old. My 3 kids will be without a father.
She says what happened the next day blew her mind. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Department announced that it was not charging or arresting Michael Drejka.
Under these circumstances, we cannot make an arrest.
Police say that he was standing his ground.
The law on stand your ground is clear, and the Florida legislature has spoken on this.
The law is extremely subjective. If they believe reasonably that they are in harm's way, they can use force and even deadly force to protect themselves.
Brittany Jacobs says her boyfriend was defending her.
Who, as a real man, will see another man arguing with his girl? Like, who wouldn't stand up and defend their lady?
There are reports that this isn't Drejka's first time getting into an argument over a parking space.
Just to argue, just to find someone to argue with?
The owner of the convenience store says he had to call the police a month ago after Drejka got into a shouting match with this man.
Out here, he said he'll shoot me, call me and stuff like that. So, I think it's a racial issue.
But police say the history doesn't matter.
So what's relevant is not whether this guy's a good guy, nice guy, or whether he's a jerk. What's relevant was he in fear of further bodily harm.
I think stand your ground laws have become controversial. If the police believe that there is probable cause that someone used the stand your ground law, they can't make an arrest.
In 2005, Florida was the first state to put stand your ground laws on the books. And since then, more than 33 states have passed similar laws. People who support them say they allow homeowners, for example, to protect themselves from robbers and other criminals.
I've just been broken into. 3 men, 2 have shot in my house.
It's what happened in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma last year.
Are they bleeding? Yes, I believe one's down, one's still talking. You need to get here now.
That's 23-year-old Zach Peters on the line, locked inside his bedroom after shooting at the 3 teenagers who broke into his home.
Okay, what did you shoot them with?
They were 15.
Okay.
All 3 of the teens died. Peters was not charged with a crime.
It is the opinion of this office that Zachary Peters acted justifiably and in accordance with his rights as an Oklahoma citizen when he used deadly force to defend his home.
Attorney Gerald Griggs says in his experience, race matters in who can use these self-defense laws. White defendants, yes. Black defendants, not so much, he says.
Do you think the law is useful?
I think in certain cases it's useful, but I think in certain cases the effect is discriminatory.
So should it be on the books?
You know, I've always been a proponent of self-defense. I believe in self-defense, but I believe that self-defense should apply in all communities, regardless of race or ethnic background, sexual orientation.
He feels police shouldn't be making the call, that each shooter should initially be arrested.
A large majority of the cases against African Americans are not resolved appropriately.
But saying you were standing your ground doesn't automatically mean the shooter avoids prosecution. Just ask Curtis Reeves.
What did you do with that pistol?
I shot him.
In 2014, the 75-year-old retired police officer shot and killed 43-year-old Chad Olson during an argument at this Florida movie theater.
Why did you shoot him?
At that point, it was his life or mine.
The two were arguing because Olson was using his cell phone during the previews of the movie. In court, Reeves said he fired in self-defense and said he felt threatened for his life because Olson was younger and taller.
He was getting ready to punch me, and I perceived that at some point, and that's when the pistol came out.
But at a pretrial hearing, the judge wasn't buying it, saying Reeves was anything but afraid. Olson's wife, Nicole, who was sitting next to him, says her husband was using the phone to reach their babysitter.
Can nobody in the world stand up in a movie theater without having to fear that they are in jeopardy of losing their life?
She was shot in the hand by the bullet that killed her husband. Reeves goes on trial for second-degree murder this February. In Pinellas County, Florida, the state attorney will now investigate the case.
Prosecutors and law enforcement officers don't like stand your ground laws. It was really clear in Florida when it was passed in 2002. Prosecutors came up and said that they felt that this took away their charging decision. And it really does that, in effect.
There's no way this man should be out free, walking around, still armed.
Brittany Jacobs knows that no court can bring back the father of her children, but she's hoping it will bring them justice.
I just want justice. I need something to be done because this is not right. Something should have been done about this a long, long time ago. It shouldn't have to happen, you know, for a man to, you know, pass away in front of his child.
For Nightline, I'm Steve Osinsami in Atlanta.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.